Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry's Sisters Review. This is Season 6, Episode 10, entitled The Aftermath. This is your girl, Allie Nick, giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And you know how I do. We just gonna get right into this messy thing. Now, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all, and I'm damn sure not gonna front. We all know that this episode was underwhelming, irritating, boring, a snooze fest, all of the above and more. For this to be the episode right before the mid-season finale, it said a hell of a lot. So it actually doesn't even have me I don't really look forward to any of the episodes, honestly. But it's very rare that I do. And I'm not even really looking for it, and I definitely don't have any expectations of Sisters because why should we? Because they're gonna get shattered. Let's just start. Let's just go. This might not be a long review because ain't much happened, but you know what I'm saying? Here it is. So I'm going to start with Calvin and Sabrina. Sabrina is at home chilling. You know, Sabrina going through a lot of things. And she gets a phone call, and it's Calvin. And basically, he asks, can he come over? Does she want any company? And Sabrina really wasn't feeling it. He was like, come on, Sabrina. The fact that he even had to say that should have let him know that Sabrina did not want company. Or if she did want company, she didn't want his company. But, Sabrina being Sabrina, she was like, all right, how fast can you get here? Open your door. I said, no, you ain't, Calvin. No, you are not outside this woman's door. And yes, the hell he was. So he comes in, and what's the first thing out of Calvin's mouth? Is the African here? That man's name is Bio, Calvin. We don't walk around calling you red lace panties. We don't walk around calling you vibrator in the ass. We don't do that to you, Calvin, not do we? So don't do that to Bio. Stop calling him the African. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't like when Calvin do that, because Calvin has a way of saying things to make Sabrina feel bad. And I just feel like that passive aggressiveness that he exudes, it's toxic for me, because ever since Bio has come up on the scene, every time that Calvin gets into Sabrina's presence, he always leads with, is the African here? Is the African stopping by? Or do you have plans with the African? Stop being so damn thirsty. And if I was Sabrina, I know my mouth. I would have been like, yeah, he's in my room waiting on me. Don't sit down. Don't get too comfortable. How may I help you? Because you're here. Why are you asking about another man? Y'all, I don't know why, but that just bugs the hell out of me. And so basically, they had a little... And the bad thing is, I don't even think Calvin is a bad dude. I don't think he's a bad dude. I just think that he just has some ways that I can't stand. I just don't like. He has been there for Sabrina. He has been genuine. But then he says things that makes me wonder, why are you doing this? Is he doing this because you feel like you have a better opportunity to get with her? And especially after he kissed this woman. Sabrina wasn't even giving him those type of vibes. She wasn't giving him those vibes. That was not the energy that she was exuding in that moment. And I just feel like he took advantage of a moment where she was being vulnerable, where she was being open and emotional. Why would you kiss her? Like,
coming up in here trying to put your nasty ass lips on me.
I mean, come on, Calvin, for real. I mean, we can sit and talk till the sun comes up like we used to. I said, first off, we're not going to act like y'all had this such beautiful relationship. I'm like, I can't. Tyler, I can't with you today. I can't. Moving right on along. We get to Danni and Preston. They're in bed, and she wants him to take a puff of her pen. And he was like, nah, I'm not here for that, and I don't know what that would do to me. That is a legit concern, because we don't know how our bodies are going to respond. I did a little puff giving long time ago. I don't know how my body would respond now. It's been years. It's been years. So I understood Preston's concern. And then you could tell the ones who smoke all the time, oh, this ain't gonna do nothing to you. Go ahead. You be all right. Okay. So he took one pull. Preston got so damn high. Now, I enjoyed it because it was different seeing Trinity act out in this way, because he normally plays roles that he's very like straightforward, you know what I'm saying, not really a jokester and anything like that. So I was glad that we got an opportunity to see his range as an actor. But as it pertains to Preston and Danni, I had an issue with it because for the past couple times or past couple moments with them two, Preston has made reference to Danni's drinking, how much she drinks, and how much she's been smoking. So why would you indulge? Like, I would take the time to really find out what's going on with Danni and why does she feel she need to self-medicate herself so much. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing what you feel you need to do, but as often as she does it, Danni has a problem. Danni is spiraling. Danni has a problem, and I just feel like she's using Preston as a distraction. That's what I feel based on her current trauma that she experienced with Jonah. That's what I feel. I just feel like he's a distraction. But we just saw him get high. We saw him tripping and saying all this crazy stuff, and then the next day we see that Preston is still high, and he comes out in Danni's work clothes, and I was like, really? Really, Preston? That's what we doing? You that high, my dude? You slept it off and you still woke up this high? Okay. I'm just moving right along, y'all. I'm just moving right along. We get to Fatima and Zach. So it's the morning after, and he tells her again that she was wrong for what she did, and she admitted, you know what I'm saying, that she was wrong, and she just felt like she had to set boundaries. And I'm like, Fatima, I'm all about setting boundaries. I am. And I'm all about letting someone know how you feel. But what you did was not setting a boundary. It was about marking territory to let Karen know that Zach is your man. And if Zach was really your man and made you feel secure of him being your man, you don't have to tell people that. You don't have to shout it from the mountaintop. It would exude on its own. And obviously it's not. So I'm like, yeah, baby, you weren't setting no boundaries. That had nothing to do with no damn boundary, because you clearly walked in this woman's house, which according to the law, it was breaking and entering. So how can you force your boundaries while overstepping someone else's? It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So anyway, Zach tells her that he thanks her for trusting him for not sleeping with Karen. And it was the way she said, oh, yeah, like, yeah. And I'm like, something ain't right. Something ain't right with this. I ain't like how Fatima said that. And so he was like, what was that for? She was like, oh, no, nothing. But he did tell her that he still wanted to financially help Karen, and he wanted to honor his word. And he was like, yo, so like, you cool with that? Who cares? It's your money. If you're telling her what you want to do, what does it matter if she's cool with whatever decision that you made? She doesn't have to be cool. And my thing was, what's the point to ask her if she's cool? Because if she wasn't, you were still going to do it anyway. So why ask her? You know what I'm saying? Why ask her? So then we find out about Michael, and, she lets him know they was having some kind of meeting today or whatever the case may be. And I'm trying to understand, because Zach wants to get custody of his son, and he lives in a 1-bedroom. So what you gonna do? Something has to give, because I don't see where he gonna sleep at, in the bedroom, and you and Fatima sleep on the. I don't know how this gonna work, but that's none of my business. And we gonna move right on along. So Maurice is talking to Logan, and he confesses. And I said, Maurice, I understand what you're doing, baby, and I understand your desire to want to, make sure that Sabrina doesn't catch any strays in this, that she's completely innocent, and you want Logan to know that. But the fact that you're confessing to something that you didn't do, the fact that Bayo put up $1 million for you to get out of jail, I don't think Maurice is thinking about everything concerning this situation. Like, he's just not. And then as he's speaking to Logan, He just sounds like he's lying. He sounds like he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about because he is lying. And I'm like, Logan, you are an FBI agent. You're trained in how people talk, their patterns, their body movements, their eye contact, all of this stuff. You know this man is lying. And then we go back to Logan trying to make Maurice give up Sabrina. And I'm like, why you got such a hard on for Sabrina? Why are you trying to put this on her? What did this girl do to you? And I would be, and I can't, I want to say I'll be happy once Tyler reveals the reason why they're so gung-ho on Sabrina. But y'all know how Tyler do. We may not ever know why they so gung-ho on pinning this thing on the most innocent person in this entire case. It just makes no sense. When I tell you I'm so sick and tired of this bank robbery storyline, it don't make no sense because it's so dumb. And the fact that Logan brought up surveillance. So he's seen the surveillance. He tells Maurice, well, there had to be some good acting because the way that you were screaming, which lets me know you know that Q was behind this whole thing. And sis, I wish I could remember your name. You know who you are. But you stated that you believe that Quincy and Logan are related, which is why he's being so easy, which is why he's trying to pin this on Sabrina and Maurice. And I was like, you know what? I never thought about that, but that's a great point. So I want to thank you for commenting that because I was like, oh, that was good. I never thought about that. Like, how the hell do they even know each other? And why is Logan trying to protect this man so much when you know he's a straight up jackass? So maybe they are related somehow. That was a great point, sis. I just had to give you a props for that. I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but you know who you are. So let's get to Karen. Not Karen. Yo, let's go to Karen. She was only in the show for like 30 seconds. I said, this is the shortest I ever seen sis in the episode. But basically, she's on the phone with the doctor, and she was trying to get a copy of some paperwork. And I was trying to understand, because I still don't. And I'm like, okay, did Karen go and look in the envelope and realize that what she thought was supposed to be in there wasn't in there? So could it be that she wasn't trying to give a blank piece of paper? She actually thought the results were in that. I'm like, it's too much. And it's Tyler with these damn inconsistencies in his writing, with these holes in his writing. Oh my God. It's like I be trying to give Tyler the benefit of the doubt, but it's like at some point, man, you just got to call a spade a spade. This is ridiculous. This is literally like immature, inexperienced writing. That's really what it feels like. And it's so aggravating. And so Pam ends up calling Karen, and she tells them that, you know, it's a couple of them. They got together. They're going to be cleaning up the salon. Aaron is the person who orchestrated it. And Pam was like, she needed the money. So that lets us know that Aaron is paying these people to come out and help clean up the salon, to help with, you know, with the cost, and try to make it more cost efficient and easier for Karen when it comes to clean up, which I think is a really grand gesture. I think it's really nice. Karen didn't show that she cared not a damn. Okay. I said, well, my God, sis, you didn't crack a smile, half a smile. You didn't seem delighted that somebody was trying to help you, that Aaron was trying to help you. And then, you know, I was like, you know what? Well, let me say this part first. So Aaron and Pam have a conversation that the night before, and he's trying to get the customer list or the client list of Karen so that he can call to see if anybody would want to help assist in the cleanup. And Pam was like, they don't like her like that. I'm sorry, but that tickled me. She was like, they don't like her like that. They don't have to be out here at 7 o'clock in the morning to help clean up this shop. I said, baby, Pam, stop it. Just stop. And she told Aaron, like, it doesn't matter what you do. Nothing is going to, like, make her want to be with you. And I said, okay, Pam, now, I do understand how you feel your girl may feel about Jennifer popping up. But I'm like, must you be so rude to this man? You're not telling Zach, oh, Zach, you bringing this check. That ain't going to make Karen love you less. That's not going to, or you're not saying those things to Zach. So why are you saying these things to Aaron? And that's a part of the show that I do not like, because it seems like every episode Aaron is getting dragged by somebody. He's been called out his name by somebody. He's getting told how he won't be ever good enough by somebody. And I just hate that. And like I said in the live last night on Our Sister Keeper on Erica Vane's channel, ain't nobody telling Zach every time he come around, oh, there goes Zach, STD Taylor. Ain't nobody saying that to him. Ain't nobody calling him out his name. Ain't nobody saying, oh, there goes Zach Super Sperm. Ain't nobody saying that. So I'm like, why do we try to strip away this man's manhood by diminishing his presence? And also just, his name is Aaron. Just call him by his name. I'm like, it's just crazy. But anyway, Pam and Aaron, she was like, and once all of this is over, lose my damn number. And I don't blame her. I really don't. Because I feel like even though I think it's a great gesture that Aaron is doing, I think that Aaron, persistence is good. And you'd be surprised how far I can get you. But I'm like, you have to understand that sometimes you just need to leave it alone. Leave it alone. And it's okay. You don't have to be all things to Karen. Because right now, sis ain't feeling you. And I'm really starting to believe that Karen is a little hurt by the whole situation. But I just don't think she's in the mind frame to even express those feelings to Aaron. So moving right along, we get Fatima and Andy. So Andy comes to work. She got hey, come in my office. Yeah, right now. We need to talk. Like, she got all stern and sharp and everything. And I knew this conversation wasn't going to last too long because of the previews. And so basically, you know, Fatima was like, I'm sorry for what happened. I should have never gone, you know, to her house. Yeah, you shouldn't have. What is wrong with you? Well, I don't know. And first of all, I'm not even going to go tit for tat with their discussion. All I'm going to say is this conversation to me further proved that Andy is team Fatima. And it ain't nothing wrong with Andy being Fatima's friend. It ain't nothing wrong with her wanting to be there. The issue I have is this woman walked into, quote unquote, your best friend's house. She called all y'all hoes. She basically established the fact that you are Karen's friend. You are my boss from 8 to 5, so don't get it twisted because you can get it too, sis. So she was in that mode. And it's the fact that I had a lot of people that was messaging me about how great they feel Andy and Fatima's relationship is. And that's fine if you feel that way. I don't see that because in my perspective is, what the hell did they actually talk about? Andy didn't bring up anything that Fatima said. She really didn't bring up the way that Fatima acted, the things that she said to her, belittling her, calling her a hoe, as if Fatima's whole facts are so good. But I'm just like, what? They didn't talk about nothing. You know, you're good. Yeah, I'm good. You sure we good? We cool? How are y'all cool when y'all didn't talk about Jack? Y'all talked about nothing. I'm just like, Lord, I just don't. Even when Fatima was like, you know, yeah, Karen lied, and Andy was like, well, oh yeah, that's not good or that's bad. Shut up. Stop discussing this woman to Fatima because you damn sure don't discuss Fatima to Karen. And that's the thing that really just irks me about Andy. It really does, because in the midst of that, but I'm gonna tell you what I would have did when Fatima let me know that you only my boss from 9 to 5. That's great, sis. And you know what? You right. So from 9 to 5, we strictly business. We're not talking about anything personal between you and Zach. We ain't talking about what I did last night. Andy just so damn. Andy let anybody say anything to her. She only got beef. She only get hyped up with Gary and people who don't matter. I don't really have nothing to say about this. Like I said, this whole episode just, I don't know what the hell Tyler was on. I don't know what he was. Hell, he had to been smoking from that same pen that Danny have, because I don't know what the hell this episode was, to be perfectly honest. I was listening to that conversation with Fatima and Andy, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm not a type of person that like to keep harping on things, but we got to have a resolve. And how can we have a resolve if we don't deal with the issues that currently exist between us? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is in this Tyler's world. So while Andy and Fatima was talking, we find out that Fatima paid money to get the surveillance from the coffee shop that Zach and Karen visited. I said, I'm sorry, you did what, Fatima? You told Zach that you trust him, but you don't. And I've been saying this for the longest, that Fatima does not trust Zach. And I understand why she doesn't. But I'm like, y'all need to have a conversation. Because you don't trust him and you went and paid for surveillance. If that ain't insecure, if that is not being secure in your relationship, if that's not showing that there is no trust, I don't know what else has to be done to show that she does not trust Zach. She only trusts what she can verify. She only trusts what she can prove. Other than that, Fatima does not trust, which equates to she doesn't trust. Period.